Ani Iwan Digitas, Chimsing Donjaba, Mongo Damage Bangdale. My spirit name is North Wind. I was born and raised here at Chimney and a member of the Living Claims. Hello, everyone. My name is Dan Monague. You'll see me listed on the ballot, final ballot, as Daniel B. Monague. If you want to know what the B stands for, come to call me later. Jimmy Webster, Marcella, and Peggy for having trust and faith in me. I'd like to say Miigwech for the nomination in a second. First, I want to take some time to congratulate the nominees. Even if you chose not to put your name forward on the final ballot, you should feel very honored. Your fellow community members clearly hold you in high regard, knowing that you would make a great leader. For those on the final ballot, I truly wish each and every one of you the best of luck. No matter the outcome on June 1st, our community is in good hands. A little bit about myself. My father is the late Lionel Monague. My mother, Lenore King. My stepfather, Craig Monague. I spent the first half of my life growing up on Chimney. I grew up in the era of ice crossings and 10-foot rolling waves in the summer. I spent summer in our beautiful waters, on our beautiful beaches. But I've also experienced some of the hardships of calling Chimney home, the power outages, the tricky ice crossings, the dusty roads. All that being said, there's no place like home. I decided when I was 19 to leave for college, where I studied computer systems engineering and microcomputer engineering. Upon graduation, I immediately went to the workforce and became an office reserve member. I spent the next 25 years raising my family and chasing my career goals. I can say I successfully reached both goals of a happy, healthy family and a rewarding career. I've been married to my beautiful wife, Cindy, for 15 years, and we have 3 wonderful boys. I wouldn't be where I am today without them. That brings me to today, a time in my life where I want to start giving back to my community. With 100% support of my entire family, I accepted the nomination. Election time comes with a lot of promises, and I will only make a few. I promise to listen to everyone who approaches me. I promise never to judge or think any less of anyone. I promise to work hard. I promise to push the community forward. I promise to be there for you. Most of all, if elected, I promise to devote myself to the position of councillor for our community. There are a few things I'd like to touch on quickly before I run out of time to get booked. There's a community comprehensive plan that was developed a few years ago with a lot of energy and time. We need to acknowledge all the community members and the community engagement team and the leaders who've all had input. This plan or vision was last approved in 2021. So we're happy to put review with all the important parties and decision makers can bring this plan forward by applying all the current standards and policies. The plan covers governance, land resources, social and health services, culture, recreation, infrastructure, housing, education, economic development. Following an approved community plan can allow us as a community to take charge of our growth and, more importantly, make it sustainable. The key to this, quoting the pre-planning guide, that we all work together to keep our long-term view in sight, as well as achieving a balanced growth and development, safety, sustainability, and well-being for our community. I'm going to say we start there. It's my belief that decisions made by Chief and Council should be available for community members to review. Communication between Chief and Council and its membership is the key to a successful term. Regular general band meetings and reports to community via the portfolio holders are all a start when it comes to closing this gap. In general, an open door policy is required so members feel they can approach Chief and Council at any time with questions. Communication between Chief and Council and administration is just as important. This ensures that Chief and Council that their priorities and interests are carried out. The strategy that implements policies of reporting from all departments to portfolio holders, who in turn report to the Chief and Council table, will streamline all processes, allowing directors and managers to run their departments more efficiently. As per the Chief and Council governance manual, this is one of those functional responsibilities. to ensure that membership is well informed on matters concerning or directly impacting them. Communication and transparency strategies, that is something I'd like to see implemented. There is a stigma that is speaking quickly. From experience, I've been on both sides of this, the terms on reserve and not reserve. In order to grow and prosper as a community, we first need to come together as a community. We can no longer refer to ourselves in these two labels. We need to be one. We need to improve lines of communication. We need to include the entire membership so that everyone feels they have an equal voice. We will implement strategies that the entire membership will receive equitable access to community resources, opportunities, and services. There's so much potential, knowledge, and spirit from our membership. If we change the narrative and speak as one nation, I promise great things will happen. There is power in numbers. Chimnessing is powerful. After listening to chief speeches on Tuesday and listening and reading concerns that members have and are bringing forward, I believe together we can help support, encourage, and bring change, healing to all members of Chimnessing. Many do not know how to speak of mental health and addictions. Many do not fully understand mental health and addictions. I've had the experience of learning, understanding, and listening to those who are struggling with it when it comes to these topics. I will not say personally that I've had mental health or addictions, but I can say that as a support person to family and friends with mental health addictions, sitting, listening, supporting, and what they are needing in moments of healing is how we can move forward for our community, bringing resources, supports, and other services in. Not to only help those struggling with mental health addictions, but for ourselves to be better. Healing is not something we could do, we should be afraid of, or be ashamed of, or turn our backs on. Each and every one of us at some point in life goes through something where we need one person to stand beside us. Mental health and addiction is no different. We all have experienced different forms of trauma and hurt. We all heal differently at different times, different speeds, different ways. Sitting and listening and understanding those who need us to support them, stand by them, and encourage is what we are needing. This will bring us together as a community, connect us as members, and help break the generational trauma and move us forward for the next 7 generations. We need to sit with our youth, listen to our youth, understand our youth. I come from a generation where we were outside from sun up to sundown. We ran, we played, we laughed, we were together. I did not grow up in a generation of social media, cell phones, video games, or any other way of communicating other than knocking on doors or yelling out to find out where the crew is, or riding bikes around until they found where everyone was hanging out for the day. Our youth are growing up in a time we don't fully understand. They are growing up in a time where bullying is happening, more pressure is being put on them, and at a time where we are slowly feeling like they don't have a voice. We need our youth to have a voice. They are future leaders. Now, what that looks like is we can support them whenever they need that to make sure they know their voice matters. Inviting youth to meetings, utilizing the youth council, giving them a safe place to allow them to meet and bring forward what they feel they need to be successful, understood, and acknowledged. We have so many great activities happening in our First Nation already, and I believe we can continue to expand those programs, allowing youth to always have the best opportunities, the best experience, and most of all, the best memories. Youth are our future. In closing, I would like to express my gratitude to my nominee and seconder one more time. If elected, I promise that your faith in me and I will not go unnoticed. I want to say to everyone listening here and online, please consider me when making your selections. I promise to do my best in line with what is best for the community. Please remember that I will apply my experience, my knowledge, my expertise in the best way that I know how, which will come with the best results. If you want to know more, you can connect with me anywhere. You can go to my website at www.monague.ca. Please consider me when you're voting. Daniel, thank you.